Hello, my name's Joe Swift. I'm a professional garden designer, and me and my wife have lived in London all our lives, and now we've moved to a very rural part of the world, Dorset. And we haven't just jumped into this. We've been here for a year. We rented a place down the road, so we've been through the winter, all the mud and the rain and the cold, and we love it. It's obviously a huge change to London, but we love it. And so we've bought a house just up the road from where we were renting, a house with a very big garden, about a 2-acre garden, or should I say we've bought a 2-acre garden with a house. So I thought I would start filming it. I want to catalogue it for myself, but I also thought that, you know, it's going to be interesting to others because it's going to bring in all my skills and my experience in design and propagation and pruning and hard landscaping and the way I think. And on a glorious day like this, look at this, it is absolutely stunning today. It's beautiful. It's a proper gardening day. We had our first frost of the year last night, and to wake up to this every day is just a dream come true. It's like waking up in heaven for me. The wildlife, the birds, and the autumn colours been absolutely spectacular. And I bought myself a selfie stick. Look at that. You've got to have a selfie stick for this sort of thing. But let's go for a little walk around the garden. I'll show you what's here. I won't go into too much about what I'm going to change because there's so many positives here. It's a beautiful mature garden. It's been gardened for decades within the same family, which is lovely. And the person who had it just before us was a very good gardener and a garden journalist as well, or is a garden journalist, and grows cut flowers or grew cut flowers. So there's some beautiful things in here. You can see we've got this lawn area. That's my satellite dish for the Wi-Fi until I stick it on the roof. We've got lots of work to do in the house as well. This is sort of the front path leading up to the house, which I think needs widening out a little bit. I'm not going to get into too much about what I'm going to do. I just want to show you around a little bit. I mean, there are stunning views of those hills beyond. It's a little bit obscured. I like to open that up so you feel more connected with it and somehow connect the garden with it and make it a bit more naturalistic. You know, so looking at grasses and embracing plants in their decay, but also getting some lovely natural forms in it. There's a road over there. You can hear that. It's all local farm traffic mainly, but I've got to get used to it. But I'm thinking of putting in some sort of acoustic barrier along there. But look at this. We've got our very own piece of woodland. We've got some mature oaks. We've got beech over there. And underneath here, there are bluebells in spring. We came last spring to see it, and that basically sold it to us. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then there's wild orchids through here as well. And selection of some trees, a lovely medlar there. Just we're waiting for it to blet, which means get frosted, and then we'll do something with it. I'm going to pull in a lot of favours on this garden, by the way. I'm going to be asking sort of friends of mine what to do with medlars. What do you do with a medlar? I know you blet them, and I think one of them's got a medlar sticky toffee pudding sort of type recipe. And then I've got landscapers. I need to get around here, tree surgeons. I need some plant identification. Yeah, you know who you are. I'm coming for you. I've got a lot of apple trees here, and I know what some of them are, but not all of them. I've got loads of roses. Some of them have still got flowers on them, so I'm starting to label them, you know, pink, white, red, the basics, because I'm going to have to dig some up and move them where I'm going to be doing a bit of hard landscaping through the winter probably, and heal them in somewhere and then decide whether they're going to go back in this garden or not. So there's a massive editing job, but at the same time it's so lovely to wake up to this garden because, you know, it's already here. I could just leave it as it is, but I'm not going to, because I'm a designer and I'm a gardener, and I want to change it and just try and make it really feel as if it's been molded out of the landscape here, which it does already. I'm not putting in any alien stuff at all, but just add to that naturalistic flow and create that sense of place. That's what garden designers are often looking for and talking about, that sense of place, a garden that feels completely comfortable in its setting. And then through here, we've got a vegetable garden area, raised beds. And again, there's a lovely view through there, but there's also some pylon action either side. So I've got to do a clever job, sort of strategic job of blocking the pylons from certain views, but opening out onto the hills beyond as well, because it's just a bit overgrown towards the back. In fact, the garden's all a little bit overgrown. So it's a case of getting stuck in, getting some machinery. I will do a drawing so you can see the plan, and I've got a drone as well as a selfie stick, so I'll be using that as well, so you can see the sort of orientation of the garden, how it's divided up, and how I'm looking to try and pull it all together. And then there's things like this sort of archway which aren't really doing it for me, and I think we might put a seating area here. And then the paving, there's some beautiful limestone paving here. It's really lovely paving. But it puddles, it's unevenly laid, it's been laid in stages over many years, you can see, and it's not exactly where I want it, so I'm going to lift that and relay it again. Might pull in another favour, you know who you are, but also I'd like to do a lot of it myself, because yeah, I love landscaping, I love gardening, and let's see where it all ends up.